Sister Wives Kody Brown confirms what we all suspected. Sister Wives fans have known for quite some time that Kody Brown is egotistical and deeply shallow. But this season, he's made several admissions that reveal he's much worse than anyone initially suspected. See what other viewers are saying about the family patriarch's vanity and calculating behavior during the new episode. Kody Brown makes it clear he only cares about his wife. During the course of Sister Wives Season 19, fans have witnessed Kody Brown behaving horrendously to get his own way. He cried while saying goodbye to Mary in a failed attempt to manipulate her into moving back to Arizona. He's also admitted he would financially screw over Janelle if Robin would allow it. Kody Brown has made it crystal clear that he's no longer interested in polygamy. So why does he keep trying to reconcile with his ex-wives? Plenty of fans think Kody wants to keep his ex-wives around so he can financially exploit them. When there are multiple streams of income, he and Robin can live in the lap of luxury. After losing Christine, Janelle, and Mary, their financial situation weakened significantly. I believe Kody only let the women on to get the maximum amount of money, and he ultimately wanted them to serve Robin and give Robin everything she wanted, and he expected them to have nothing and be miserable for the rest of their life so that he and Robin could be happy, a Sister Wives viewer shared on Reddit. During Sunday night's new episode, Kody revealed he thinks his family won't invite him to things because they're against Robin. He completely failed to take responsibility for anything and insisted Robin was also innocent. Sister Wives fans agree it's all about Robin Brown. This is an idea that most viewers have suspected for years. After 19 seasons, it's abundantly clear Kody Brown only cares about Robin's happiness and well-being, and he will step on anyone to ensure Robin is well cared for. The cameras were rolling on a breezy Arizona morning when Kody Brown sat down for what promised to be one of the most revealing interviews in Sister Wives history. Perched on a rustic wooden chair in the backyard of his Flagstaff home, Kody's trademark curls were slightly more subdued, and his demeanor betrayed an uncharacteristic seriousness. The patriarch of the Brown family was about to address a topic fans had speculated on for years. The interviewer, seated across from him, didn't waste any time. "Kody," she began, her voice steady but probing. "The fans have had theories, questions, and, frankly, a lot of suspicions about how things have unfolded in your family. Is there anything you'd like to set the record straight about today?" Kody let out a deep sigh, his hand ruffling through his curls as he prepared to lay it all on the table. "You know," he started, his voice tinged with a mix of exhaustion and resolve, "I think it's time I address what everyone's been saying for years, because the truth is, they're not entirely wrong." The admission hung in the air, and the interviewer leaned forward, sensing the gravity of the moment. "What do you mean by that?" Kody looked off into the distance, his gaze momentarily fixed on the mountains behind his home. "For a long time," he said, "I told myself I was living this plural marriage for the right reasons, that I was honoring my faith, creating a big, loving family, and building something that would last for generations. But somewhere along the way, I lost sight of what that was supposed to mean. The shift in dynamics." As Kody's words poured out, fans watching at home would later describe it as a mix of vindication and heartbreak. For years, viewers had noticed the cracks forming in the Brown family's once unified dynamic. Christine's decision to leave, Janelle's growing independence, and Mary's distant relationship with Kody were glaring red flags that something wasn't right. But it was his increasingly close bond with Robin that sparked the most speculation. "People have said that I favored Robin," Kody continued, his tone heavy with guilt. "And honestly, they're right. I didn't mean for it to happen, but I let myself gravitate toward her because she made me feel understood. She's been my emotional anchor when everything else felt like it was falling apart." The interviewer nodded, offering a moment of silence before asking, Do you think that favoritism contributed to the breakdown of your relationships with the other wives? Kody didn't hesitate. Absolutely, he admitted. I tried to convince myself that I could give equal attention to everyone, but the truth is, I couldn't. And instead of facing that, I leaned harder into the relationship that felt easier. Christine's departure. The conversation turned to Christine, whose departure had been a turning point for the family. Fans had long suspected that Christine had grown weary of Kody's favoritism, and now Kody was confirming what many had already pieced together. When Christine left, it broke something in me, Kody confessed. Not because I didn't see it coming, I did, but because it made me realize just how much I'd taken her for granted. She deserved more from me, and I didn't give it to her. I was too focused on keeping Robin happy to notice that Christine was slipping away. Christine, now happily engaged to David Woolley, had made her stance clear in past episodes. She wanted a partnership where she felt valued and respected. Kody's admission was a long overdue acknowledgement of her feelings, and it was clear that the weight of his mistakes was something he carried heavily. Mary's role in the family. The interviewer shifted gears to Mary, whose relationship with Kody had been one of the most contentious. Once the legal wife and the matriarch of the family, Mary had endured years of emotional distance and strained interactions with Kody. Things with Mary have been complicated for a long time, Kody said, his voice softening. We had love once, but somewhere along the line, we stopped being able to connect. I know people have wondered why I haven't fought harder for a relationship, and the truth is, I didn't know how to. It felt like we were speaking two different languages, and I didn't have the tools to bridge that gap. Mary, who had been pursuing her own ventures and reclaiming her independence, had hinted in recent seasons that she no longer felt like part of the family. Kody's candid admission shed light on the emotional toll their estrangement had taken on both of them. Janelle's independence. Then came the topic of Janelle, who had emerged as one of the most fiercely independent members of the family. Fans had speculated that Janelle's growing focus on her own goals and her bond with her children, especially Maddie, had created a rift between her and Kody. Janelle has always been strong, Kody said with a faint smile. She's been the glue in so many ways, but I think I underestimated her need for autonomy. She's been telling me for years that she wants to live life on her own terms, and I didn't always listen. I was so caught up in trying to manage everything that I didn't give her the space she needed to thrive. Janelle's decision to focus on her own path, including her newfound financial independence, was a reflection of the resilience fans had come to admire. The future of the family. As the interview neared its conclusion, the interviewer posed a final, pressing question. Kody, where does this leave you and the family now? What's next for the Browns? Kody took a deep breath before answering. I don't have all the answers, he admitted, but I know I need to make things right, if not with my wives, then at least with my kids. They've seen and felt the fallout of my mistakes, and they deserve better from me. I can't go back and change the past, but I can try to be a better father and a better person moving forward. The honesty in his words was undeniable, and for once, Kody seemed less like the larger-than-life figure fans had come to critique and more like a man grappling with the weight of his choices. Fan reactions. When the episode aired, social media erupted with a mix of reactions. Some fans praised Kody for finally taking accountability, while others felt his admissions were too little, too late. Christine's supporters championed her decision to leave, emphasizing that her newfound happiness was proof that life outside the family was possible. As for the other wives, their responses remained to be seen, but one thing was clear: Kody's candid interview marked a turning point in the sister-wives saga. Whether it was the beginning of healing or the final unraveling of the Brown family, only time would tell. For now, fans were left with the confirmation they had been waiting for, and the realization that the family they had watched for over a decade was forever changed.